Half-Acre Homestead. Welcome back to the homestead. Good to see y'all again. It's been a few days. Had somebody contact us through well, actually I think it was either through the Facebook page or on a YouTube comment from a recent video or something. Somebody wanted to see Opal. We haven't seen Opal in a while. Bless her heart. She's still around. Here she is. This is Opal. She's all grown up now. She is of the age she could become a mama, and it is quite likely that she will do so. Although I have pretty well decided that I am going to do away with the Netherland Dwarf breed. I've just got these guys pretty well because, well, nobody's jumped on them yet. I've got this one, then I've got the two proven does and the proven buck that I have insisted must go together. And I think that's the drawback. A lot of people don't want to take that many at a time. But if you want to raise Netherlands, that's kind of a jump start. I haven't played with Opal in a while, but she used to would sit up here for me pretty good. I could just kind of touch her like this, and she knew what I wanted, and she would raise up there and kind of. But now she wants to look at me. I can't get her to turn, so you can. Come on, raise it. But look at the camera. But look at the camera. No, look this way. That just shows you how tame she is. She's my baby. Most rabbits will, if they're kind of terrified or frightened, you'll notice that they'll try to move away from you. You set them on a table, or if I set them on my posing table, some of the youngsters, they'll move away. Well, Opal, she comes towards me. And she's just a sweetheart. Yeah, she's just a sweetheart. Yeah, I don't know. I just love this rabbit. I don't know. Part of me, I've kind of decided to the point, since I decided I was going to get rid of them, I wasn't really going to breed any of these does anymore. But you know what? I would like to see some of her babies. So, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but she's just beautiful. And her babies will be the first generation, or the youngest generation, that is fully pedigreed. Out of the line that I started with some, 3 or 4 years ago, I guess it was. I started with, many of you know Pearl and Pepper, and let's see, I've had a Salt, and, well, Calypso and Squirrely Girl we still got over there. They're a younger generation, but, excuse me, the babies from these will be the first generation that has a full 3-generation pedigree. Whereas we've gone through that many generations and tracked Mama and Daddy and Grandma and Grandpa and all that good stuff. Right, Sugar? Right. So Opal is not fully pedigreed, but her children should be. You know, if she's bred to a pedigreed buck. So, and the interesting thing about hers is everybody on her pedigree is going to say, the rabbitry that they're from is going to say Crow's Nest Rabbitry, because every single rabbit on all 3 generations was born and raised right here at our rabbitry. It was just a pet project that I've been working on. Honestly, as I've learned more about the Netherland Dwarf breed, I find out that they just require... the Netherland Dwarf is a breed, really, for somebody that's got more time and what have you than I do. Because one thing, they have to pose in an upright manner. You have to teach them to do that. It's not usually difficult to teach them. I mean, when I first worked with Opal, I had her doing it in like 15 minutes. You know, she wouldn't hold still for me as long as I wanted her to, but still yet I had her doing it, and it took about 15 minutes. But since then, we haven't worked anymore, and even though she knows what I want her to do, she wants to turn and face me. But, and the Netherland Dwarf, there's just so much, it's such a competitive breed that, honestly, in showing, I don't think I've got enough experience to dedicate the time and what have you to the breed. They're just cute little rascals. I mean, they're just beautiful. Just love them to death. This little girl is by far and away. We've had a lot of babies come through here, and she is far and away my favorite. She needs a nail clip. You need a nail clip, don't you? Yep. Yep. You want to say hi to the camera? Say hi. Say hi. Yeah. You've heard me talk about the Netherlands and how high-strung and how attitudinal they tend to be, and honestly, Opal doesn't exhibit that. Opal is almost as tame as little Lightning McQueen in there. She just, you know, I've had her out of the cage in the last 2 months, maybe 4 times, and played and handled and played with her for a little while. Not usually too long at a time, but what I'm saying is she hasn't been handled nearly as much as she used to be in the last, you know, in the recently. So her temperament is really, really nice. You want to sit up, sugar? Sit up. See how pretty you are. Yeah, sit up there. Looky. Oh, aren't you a pretty girl? Aren't you a pretty girl? She's not quite raised up high enough, but she's not, I mean, she's not perfect type-wise. I'm not saying that these guys are ready to go to a show. I'm just saying that her babies would be fully 3-generation pedigree, at least on the doe side, bred to a pedigree buck, and they would all show to be from right here at our rabbitry. But I need the cages that these guys are occupying for other rabbits. I've got a couple of does. I've just picked out. I've narrowed it down to all of those blacks that you saw from Tag and Hershey and Tag and Glowstick. All those blacks, I've narrowed it down to 1 buck and 2 does, and they're gonna have to go somewhere. Plus I've got Taffy and I've got Delilah around here, and they're both in grow out cages. They're gonna need a cage with a nest box and everything, so they can start doing what it is they were meant to do, which is produce youngsters even more gorgeous than they are, and they're going to need a place to do that. So, you know, I've decided that to let the Netherlands go, as much as I love them, and, you know, hopefully somebody can put these guys to good use. You know, they're not a great line, but they're a start, and it would definitely give somebody something to work on, especially if it was somebody and they wanted to learn in the process. So we're gonna, then we'll have, and when that happens, that's going to give us 4 cages, 4 24 by 24 cages that we can use for mini Rex or something else small, more than likely mini Rex. Eventually we're going to need to make room for, you know, some Otos, but since we don't have a doe for that yet, there's really no rush. But we've got a couple of does in here, Netherland does, Calypso and Squirrely Girl. They're occupying cages that we could put mini Rex brood does in. And I've got 2 all around on the other side of the house. I've showed you, I've got Taffy and I've got Delilah back there, and they are both ready to start breeding. But I don't have a brood cage. And I'm not gonna, you know, they're in a grow out cage, which is a little smaller. they need a bigger cage with a nest box to become mamas in, and that's not available yet. So it's kind of holding me up, but then again, I don't guess there's any rush, you know. If they don't become mamas, or at least or Taffy at least, you know, Delilah can't because of her eye affliction. She's actually got a physical, you know, DP permanent, and she is. But now Taffy, if she doesn't become a mama before September or whatever, she might go to show. You know, that's always a possibility. But I've got some over here in the blacks, and I've got a pair of blues, and we're just hanging on to them, and planning on something coming out really nice. I don't plan on showing a bunch. I want to show at least 5 red New Zealands, and we may show a couple pairs of mini Rex. We just got to decide on who. But this is Opal. We're going to cut this video off. I know it's this is kind of a deal. Somebody just asked me about Opal, and it made me aware that I haven't shown Opal in a while, but she's still here. She's doing just fine. But there will come a time where, just know in the future, that you may be notified that Opal and Squirrely and Calypso, they may just no longer be here. And, you know, wherever they go, they're going to go to somebody that's going to take good care of them. And that'll be that. Alright, Opal, tell them bye-bye. Here, you going to wave? No, you're not going to wave? Here, wave. Wave your paw. Okay. Yes, Daddy, don't do that. Alright, folks, thank y'all for watching. We'll get a little something more interesting the next time. But y'all have a great day, and God bless.